Ya?
Mike shasetiwa pale kwa podium.
Lapel.
Lapel iko kwa bar.
So utaenda live bila lapel.
Tunaenda na lapel. Nidungia hapa sasa.
Remember, hii lapel ilitufanyia maneno last time kwa sister. Sasa tuitoe ama tuiweke? Sema tuweka. Sasa wewe utajua.
Earphones niko nazo.
Weka sawa.
Kwenye ndare. Yao ni aje? Nishamu. How are you?
Thank you very much for don't expect us from this part of town to keep that to this part. Mombasa watu wanasema mambo kwa but as you can tell, mambo yetu iko shwari. I know the ambassador, His Excellency, is looking at me wondering why I'm speaking Swahili. Some of my guests don't understand Swahili, but we will teach you. Our guests from Uganda, we will teach you a bit of Swahili to help you navigate the streets. Now, allow me to officially welcome you all to the media launch of the third Uganda Political Student Conference, Functions and Discussion. I'll be your program host for this event, and my name is Joan Dugu from the lovely Diani Beach in Akothee County. Due to time, allow me to start with our program right away, and I'll request my brothers from the media team to get ready, and I'll request all of us to stand as we sing the national anthem to officially begin this event. Thank you. Thank you. We all be seated. I'd like to invite those to come and open the ceremony with a word of prayer, and then followed by Sheikh Said. Thank you.
Let us pray. God, our Father in heaven, today we are having a media launch for the Uganda Coast Tourism Conference here in Mombasa. It's a journey we started before today. We believe you have been with us all along. You continue to be with us as we move towards the D-Day in November. We thank you for the journey masses you gave to our friends from far and wide, and for those from within who have come to participate in this media launch. We ask you to send your voice to come to bless the media launch, to bless our activities, and to give us company as we move towards November. We also ask you to keep away the dark spirits that may interfere with the successes of what we intend to achieve. We pray and believe in Jesus Christ our Lord.
Thank you, Sheikh Said.
Good morning and assalamu alaikum. Word of prayer. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We read it in English because I don't have the time because it is Arabic. Allah is not worthy of worship, but He is the ever-living and the one who sustains and protects all that exists. Neither slumber nor sleep overtakes Him. To Him belongs whatever is in heaven and whatever is on earth. Who is that can intercede with Him except with His permission? He knows that happened to them in this world and will happen to them in the hereafter. And they will never confer anything of His knowledge except that which He will. His throne extends over the heaven, earth, and He shows no fatigue in girding and preserving them. And He is the most high and the most great. Amen.
Thank you, Sheikh Said. Now, a bit of housekeeping. For those who would need any sort of assistance, we have the team from the Marathon Village, led by Moses and Solomon, who will be at hand to assist you. Those of us who are on the digital space, quickly run through the hashtag. So please post, share to the world, tell them this good story that is happening here today. The hashtag is Uganda Hits 10 Posts. You can tag Uganda on WhatsApp, you can Instagram, and tag Uganda Tourism Conference. And we will keep asking all of us to register for these events on the website, the tourism conference. Now, ladies and gents, I'm very privileged to stand here with you. And I think there is a reason why I am just asked to do this today. About 2.5 years ago, this vision that the ambassador has of bringing Uganda and Kenya was born, and he came to us in Kwale County through a trade and investment conference, and we planted a seed in allow myself to say that I walk through the thing that we went where the seed was planted. So I'm actually very, very glad and privileged to stand here today. This being the third event at this particular place. And for those who have been part of this process or this journey, they can tell that there's so much potential connectivity between Uganda and Kenya just comes to understand. And not only the Kenya Coast being the biggest beneficiary, but also being a beneficiary of equal balance. Now, I would say my vision for this particular event is a professional in the hospitality and tourism industry in Kenya is that Uganda becomes a household in our Kenyan household, is a destination of travel. Just the way Kenya will think of going to Zanzibar, they will think of going to Uganda, they will think of going to Egypt and Morocco. My vision is that through such events, Uganda becomes a household. I would want people to call and tell me what they're going to Uganda for the weekend to enjoy the night among them. Now, with those very few minutes, I would like to invite His Excellency, Mr. Obinna, our host, to officially open this conference. Your Excellency,
Thank you very much, John. I wish to welcome you all to this new gathering. I wish to welcome with the delegation of the National Committee of Parliament of Uganda. Welcome. I wish to recognize Ambassador Richard Abonero, who is representing the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I wish to recognize the President of the Uganda Tourism Association, Akothee. I wish to recognize the chairman of I wish to welcome the President of Smart Board and the welcome. I wish to recognize the delegation of the Kenya Association of Travel Agents, led by the CEO, Chairman Boss. I wish to recognize the Kenya Association of Tour Operators, represented by Madam Monica Sabati, our from Rasta. I wish to recognize the Kenya Association of Hotel Keepers, Mr. Sam Israel. I wish to recognize the representatives of other councils, representatives of Kwale Council, and the Secretary of Officer, and the Harvard Chief Officer for Tourism from Kenya Council. I wish to recognize the representative of the government of in Uganda, Lucas, and I also wish to recognize our special ambassador. We have ambassador and the recent event. We have been ambassador for some time. We have some good and old ambassadors of Uganda in Kenya. We have Prince India, Prince India. We have Obinna and Akothee. You can see, you can see how Akothee is branded. I wish to recognize all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the media. I welcome you to this
this media launch. We had the media launch from Uganda in Kampala last week on 7th, and we have media launch for Kenya and Kenya Post in particular today, this morning. For the third year running, the Consulate General of Uganda in Mombasa, in conjunction with key tourism agencies and stakeholders in Uganda and Kenya, has been organizing the Uganda-Kenya Coast Tourism Conference and farm trips. The first conference was held in Mombasa County at Friday Hotel in November 2022. The second one was held last year in Diani, Valley County, in November last year, and we have the third conference in November this year in Kampala. The theme for this year's conference and farm trips is the Uganda-Kenya Coast Partnership, promoting job creation, inclusiveness, and sustainability. The dates for the conference will run as follows. On 8th to 18th November, we shall have a farm trip to Uganda. Previously, we have been starting with conference followed by farm trips. But this year, we have decided to start with a farm trip to Uganda, which will take about 10 days. We are taking about a sizable number of about 100 tourism stakeholders from Kenya to Uganda. They will tour Uganda, they will go to Bwindi for the mountain gorillas, they will go to Kibale for the chimpanzees, they will go to Mission Falls National Park, specifically the Mission Falls, they will go to Kidepo National Park, they will do a city to Kampala city tour. Those are some of the main areas that they will be touring, and I will explain later why we have chosen on those. So that will run up to 18. Then on 9th November, we have a golf tournament in Kampala. This will be the second golf tournament. Earlier this year, we had the first golf tournament at Bipingo Ridge. We have here a representative from Bipingo Ridge. Thank you for hosting us earlier this year. Why have we brought on board golf tourism? Normally, I first ask who amongst us are golfers? Okay, very few actually. And the reason is that these are people who have reasonable disposable income. You only start playing golf when you have a reasonable disposable income. That's why I have not yet started playing golf. Because for the last 30 of years I've been in the foreign service, I've not yet accumulated a reasonable disposable income. So when these golfers travel to play golf, they don't only play golf. They spend, they tour, they sleep in hotels. So we want to tap into this reasonable golf income. That's why we have onboarded golf tourism. So on 9th November, we have the second tournament between Uganda and Kenya. We are encouraging all golfers, not only from the Kenya coast, but across Kenya, to prepare and register for this golf tournament in Kampala, because we also got a sizable number of Ugandans that attended the last tournament that was held at the Bipingo Ridge in April this year. Then on 20th to 21st, we shall be having the conference at Peak Resort in Muyanyo. From 27th November to 6th December, we shall have a farm trip to the Kenya coast. Why do we have these farm trips? These farm trips enable the tourism stakeholders, that is the travel agents, the tour operators, the hoteliers, to test and taste the tourism products that we have to offer. It is very difficult to sell something that you don't know, to sell something that you have not experienced. So these farm trips afford these stakeholders to experience these products firsthand. We are avoiding and discouraging Google operators, those who go on Google and they search and do an itinerary. And I always keep giving an example of one tour operator we took on a farm trip to Uganda in 2022. Before she was organizing a trip to Uganda by high-end tours from Kenya, I mean from the UK. And according to Mr. Google, whom she had relied on to do the itinerary, the distance between Entebbe Airport and Kampala was 5 minutes. So she was so shocked that even with the lead car that we had, it took us almost an hour to move from the airport to Kampala Fairway Hotel where we stayed. And when she returned, even before she returned, she was also already saying that I have to change the itinerary. She was able to see the hotels and determine whether they were appropriate for her clients. She was able to see and create partnerships with tour operators who would give her transport. So it's really important that we experience these products. We have also been having Ugandan stakeholders coming to the Kenya coast and experiencing Mombasa, Diani, and Kilifi. And I tell you, things are already changing. Many of them knew Mombasa, a few of them knew about Diani, but very few knew about Malindi and Watamu. And you can see now that they are really increasingly selling all these destinations. When we had the first conference in 2022, it was attended by about 250 delegates at Friday. Last year's conference was attended by about 500 delegates, 200 of whom were from Uganda. And on that particular day, the Uganda Airlines employed an Airbus as opposed to the usual Bombardier that operates the Entebbe-Mombasa route. Next year, we are going to be in Kilifi. Kilifi will be hosting the fourth conference next year in 2025. One thing that we have achieved and been able to promote is that we have been working very closely with the private sector. That's why you see all members of the private sector. Qatar is here, Qatar is here, KHC is here, SCAR is here. All these are private sector players, but also the counter governments. That's why you see all the counter governments represented here. The tour operators have been giving us complimentary transport. The hoteliers have been giving us complimentary beds. Because these farm trips are very expensive to organize. And the most expensive item on unique farm trips is accommodation. But we have been getting complimentary accommodation both in Uganda and here at the Kenya coast. And that has greatly enabled us to carry out these farm trips. Why, for us in Uganda, why is Kenya very important to us? Kenya is very important to our tourism for three main reasons. The first reason is that Kenya has been at it for longer than us. So we do benchmark on Kenya, the best practices in tourism, how to manage visitors, the quality of accommodation. So the first benefit we as Uganda we are getting is benchmarking Kenya. The second reason is that Kenya is our number one source market for tourists. Last year, about 500,000 Kenyans visited Uganda. And for Kenya, Uganda is the number two source market. And last year, over 200,000 Ugandans visited Kenya. So Uganda is number two after the US for tourism in Uganda. The third option that we benefit from this partnership is the complementarity between the tourism products here at the Kenya coast and those in Uganda. For example, the Kenya Coast has very beautiful beaches, and I always admire the beaches in Uganda. Those of you that have traveled to Uganda by air and landed at Entebbe, you must have seen a number of beaches. There is Lido Beach, there is, I forget the other name, but Lido is the oldest. But in a space of about 1 kilometer, we have about 3 or 4 beaches. Very beautiful beaches indeed. But we have even more beautiful beaches at the Kenya coast. So in the area of beaches, we don't compete. The beaches here definitely are much better than those. We have Fort Jesus here in Uganda. We don't have Fort Jesus in Uganda. We have Vasco da Gama Pillar and Malindi. We don't have it in Uganda. And for the beaches, I also always say that even with the climate change, we may not see the beaches in Uganda overtaking the beaches in the Kenya coast anytime soon. But the same way we have mountain gorillas, which are not only at the Kenya coast, but they are not in Kenya. Chimpanzees, the adventure tours on River Nile, the national parks, the Kampala City Tour, which includes the Uganda Martyrs Shrine, and the Kampala nightlife. Joan here talked about the Kampala nightlife, and I always encourage Kenyans to travel to Uganda, the capital city of nightlife in this region, and benchmark on how we do nightlife. Obinna here was boasting last week in Kampala how he had been with Kenzo up to 2 a.m. Then our Minister of Tourism, told me that you think you did very well by being out up to 2 a.m. For us in Uganda, we do nightlife throughout the night. So Obinna was humbled in that way. And what have been the key achievements of our work? I wish to highlight a few of the key achievements that we have had since 2022. We have organized 2 familiarization trips in 2022 and 2023, both in Uganda and at the Kenya coast, where they have sampled all these tourism products. And last year, a total of over 1,860 B2Bs were facilitated. A number of partnerships have been created between Uganda tourism stakeholders and tourism players at the Kenya coast. For example, I'm sure when Joe and saw Mr. Eddie Kidia here, they know each other very well, and they do business together. These days, people can easily send visitors to the Kenya coast without anyone, because he knows they will be very well hosted at Leopard Beach in Indiana. So this has been promoted. The stakeholders don't need to worry where they are sending their clients. And as I said earlier, over 200 Ugandan tourism stakeholders participated in the second Uganda-Kenya Tourism Conference, with a very big delegation that included 2 ministers of state. And the conference and related activities have been fully embraced and have got immense support and participation from the agencies of government and the private sector, both in Uganda and in Kenya. What are we planning for this year? By this year, I mean the financial year that started in July and is ending in June next year. We want to create more awareness about Uganda in Kenya. That's why we have appointed brand ambassadors, the 3 brand ambassadors that I introduced earlier. And I think just for the past about 2 weeks that we have been engaging with them, they have got a lot of content. We took them to Uganda. They were in Uganda last week because, as I said earlier, it is not possible to sell something that you don't. So they were in Uganda last week. They experienced the Martian Force. They went to Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. They went to Jinja and did. They would take one of them here to look at the matter. From the rafting. We also visited the Ngamba Mountains. We visited the Bulange and Kasubi Homes. And of course, we experienced the very true in Uganda. So now they are well equipped, they have got content. We also shall be doing a Uganda festival. We did the first one in April this year, where we brought in a cultural group that showcases Ugandan culture. So we shall do that again sometime early next year. We are also, of course, as I said earlier, we have the golf tournament and the conference in November. Then we are also organizing an Explore Uganda mission for Kenya. We're going to do it in what is called in Kenya here, Kulipa Pole Pole. So starting this, Kenyans will be saving for an experience in Uganda that will happen sometime next year, maybe around March, April. By that time, an average earning Kenyan will have been able to raise maybe 200,000 Kenyans, Kenya shillings, to go and experience Uganda. And they are likely to be accompanied by these influencers. Prince Inda will be playing music for them as they go to tour Uganda. So this is what we are planning for this year. And this shows how
for us meeting with each other here in Kenya. Hard for us meeting with each other here in Kenya. Such platforms or experiences allow us to meet some of these very influential people. So I only see him on TV on a big time, not a groupie, but a fan. And I want to believe that having experienced Uganda, and I'm sure for them, they had the best of the best. You know, for us, our first time there, we went to work, and then we were told you can't work, you have to go out to work, you have to go out. So we work and then we go out, and then we come back to work again, we come back to Kenya and we need 2 weeks of leave because we were exhausted. But I want to trust that the experience that His Excellency gave to our Kenyan influencers was creme de la creme, and they would thoroughly stamp what I'm saying in terms of how you make Uganda into the country. So allow me to welcome again Mr. Steve Magana and Obinna. I didn't know your first name. Thank you. Karibu sana.
Okay, the one who is not clapping, you're not clapping because you're bored or because your hands are busy taking a selfie to post on TikTok. Which is which? Okay, let's do an activity. I want you to clap according to how the person seated next to you is looking like. There you go. Yeah. And also, at least look at the person sitting next to you and give them a compliment. When they're sitting there looking front, tell them how they look. Tell them they look nice. Come on. Even if it's not true, the brain will never tell the difference. Yeah, tell them something. Yeah. All protocols observed. Good morning or good afternoon. It's still morning. Good morning, everybody. What's up? How you guys doing? What over Sunny? Hello, hello. Uganda tunayo hatuna. Haya basi, mimi naitwa Obinna. Kwa wale ambao wananijua, kwa wale ambao hawanijui, pia bado naitwa Obinna. Ama naitwa Gadi Top. Msee mchapa kazi. All right. I'm an entertainer extraordinary. I do a bunch of things, but they all aim to entertain and inspire and motivate. I currently own one of the leading media digital companies in Kenya. It's called Obinna TV. It's called Obinna Television Network. We have a couple of networks under us. And also I'm among the leading entertainers in Kenya as an MC, as a comedian, as a musician, and also I am a fan. All right. And now I'm a tourist. Yeah, so good morning, everybody. Those are some of my introductory remarks. All righty, let's start. So when Ugandans talk about Uganda, you make Kenyans feel like underachievers. Yeah, that goes to the lady who just spoke before I came. You spoke here, Kenyans were just there shivering. They're like, oh my God, we don't have anything. But I'm here to reiterate, it's true. Yeah, what she said is very true. They have the biggest fish. We went to her hotel. Nearly all of us could not finish. I think Akothee finished hers. Please say that we took a takeaway. He said, oh, I have yeah, but it's true. They have the biggest fish in a while. That is true. The Nile, yes, it is all that. What she said, we went there for the rafting, and it was quite special. Queen Cinda nearly died before he got in the raft because he wasn't here. How will I going to say my bad again? But when he got in it, and after that, we were all excited. It was an amazing experience. The nightlife, yeah, it's true. It begins at 2 a.m. I left it at 2 a.m. thinking, yeah, man, we've party, fully condition. They're telling me, that is how when we leave our homes to go and party. So it's true, Uganda is party after party, and the nightlife is also amazing. The gorillas, yeah, true, they look like us. Yeah, you should go, and see our brothers. That's also very true. The kindness of the Ugandans is unmatched. Yeah, we were there. I just saw the guys smiling. The kindness is unmatched. And you can tell by the portions of the food. Yeah, we went to eat Luomo, trust me, another crazy amount of food that you know in Kenya when they start with the think of tomorrow. Like, but no. In Uganda, eat it now, fully conditioned and finished. So we had an amazing experience, or at least I did. I had an amazing experience in Uganda. And I am honored to be part of this. And I'm grateful that I was picked to be among the influencers or the ambassadors who will be selling Uganda to Kenya. Like I said, in Uganda, I used to think Uganda was just Kampala because most of the time I would go there to comedy store for Alex Mwanje just to perform, then come back, then just see the nightlife to come back. But when I went there now during the day, then I saw Uganda by day. I was like, oh wow, okay. So there is this, and there is that, and there is this. And I will gladly say that I'm going to do a good job by telling the Uganda story, because I tell stories beautifully. I'm going to tell the Uganda story to the Kenyans and also the Kenyans who are here. And you know, you trust my word. Yeah, we best believe. Go to Uganda, experience it. And you can actually go by road. There is a tour that is being organized. Princilla is spearheading it, and I'll be emceeing it. We are going to Kakamega, Busia, then we get into Uganda, we go all the way to Jinja. We're doing that circuit. So if you see us doing it, join us. Not just the Nyegedege festival that's already happened there. So we start here as we go together with you guys. And also, I'll be telling beautiful stories on my digital platforms, and I'll be using my brand as Obinna to also tell positive stories about Uganda, the ones that I have witnessed. All right? That is all I have to say for today. And thank you very much, His Excellency Ambassador, for allowing us to be part of this. I'm very, very grateful. Asante.
Thank you, Obinna. Now, our next speaker, popularly known as Christina, I have a challenge for you. I want you to talk about the Ugandan vibe. Hmm? And I'm sure you felt it the moment you landed in the table. The Ugandan vibe. Something that Kenyans we can borrow. Hey, 10 times. There's just a vibe in Uganda that allows you to be yourself. Am I right? Priscilla, am I right? There's just a vibe there that, as Obinna has said, you eat for today. Huh? You don't think so much about tomorrow because you're never sure of tomorrow. Please talk about the vibe. Karibu sana.
Asante sana. As you can all see, I'm dressed like Kabaka. To the Consul General of Uganda in Mombasa, Your Excellency Ambassador Paul Kumbia, to the members of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, all protocol to be observed. My name is Princilla. I'm a man of few words. I'm an artist, a singer, entertainer, and I'm a philanthropist. I have a lot to tell. When I start talking about my experience in Uganda, I have so much to tell. It's my pleasure to be part of this amazing campaign. This is an innovative campaign that seeks to broaden a relationship between Kenya and Uganda. And I'm looking forward to building this year's experience. I don't know whether you guys are ready, because this time round, as I will be spearheading a tour to Uganda, things will not be the same again. Last week, we witnessed a rich, inspiring exchange of ideas, lessons learned, and action taken on advancing Ugandan tourism. All this was spearheaded by His Excellency, Mr. Paul Kumbia, together with his team. Uncle Musa. So, this goes to Ayalama. Let me tell you guys, Ugandans are so welcoming. Yeah, the hospitality over there was just amazing, beyond explanation. Yeah. The vast wildlife and tourism sites are worth dying for. From environmental tourism, cultural tourism, and of course rural tourism. With a scheduled tourism conference and farm trips both countries in November, we invite all tourism stakeholders and general public to be part of the amazing experience. Come on, let's be part of this complementarity idea. Uganda has got more than enough to offer. As an artist and an influential public figure, boosting Ugandan tourism is building Kenyan tourism. There's a lot we can build from each other. Sindio. I consider I'm very proud to be part of this campaign. To my beloved friends, Obinna, Janadi, just get ready to arrive with me. We explore Uganda. Because I have so much in store for you. Turn to Uganda. Asante.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker, ladies and gents, all protocols observed. I actually admire her in many ways. And being a professional in the tourism industry, I must applaud her for raising our Kenyan flag very high. I had the pleasure of hosting her in my 5-star beach resort in Diani a few years back. I'm sure she remembers Leopard Beach and her experience. She will talk about it maybe, although I know today it's Team Uganda. But I was actually quite, what should I say? I was really happy when the ambassador disclosed that they had identified her to support us in this journey of opening up Uganda to the Kenyans and opening up the Kenyan coast to the Ugandans. So allow me to welcome the ladies, Her Excellency. Her Excellency. Akothee, karibu sana.
When they ask you, where is Akothee, please tell them she is standing outside because she's always outstanding. Where is Akothee? She's standing outside
Because she's always outstanding.
I can see the ambassador looking at me with bad eyes. So before I introduce myself, normally my introduction alone is a speech. So I don't know how many minutes I have. Anyway, Ambassador, thank you very much for the invitation and appointing me for this particular endorsement. But I got an apology in one sentence. Sorry. Number one, I have physical inability. My legs are too long. They're only meant for walking and not for swimming. My heart is far away and my lungs is also far away. So if I would have gone to Ginger and fallen in that water, I would have come back dead. I'm waiting to visit Ginger again. My friends told me how beautiful Ginger was, but because everybody has spoken about how beautiful Uganda is, now I want to take on the ambassador of packaging Uganda as a product to reach the targeted market. All protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Your Excellency, Ambassador Paul Mukubia, I am not aware if you know what you've put yourself into. I welcome you all to Uganda, Explore Uganda. My name is Esther Akothee. I'll make my introduction very short. My manager can give out my cards because sometimes when I introduce myself, people think I'm showing off. And why not? Why not? I am a HRP, Human Resource Manager. I hold a degree in Human Resource. I am a marketing consultant. I'm pursuing my master's right now in Human Resource, and I'm trying to understand why Human beings are only doing just enough to get paid and just enough not to get fired. That's why I've gone back to school. I can see our theme in our third Uganda Kenya tourism is about job creation. I also think I have a job there because I need to come in with my trainings. I am a marketer by profession. I bridge the gap between companies, manufacturers, and consumers. I package your product into a brand. When you give a woman groceries, she makes meals out of it. When you give a woman a house, she makes a home out of it. When you give a woman a seed, she makes a family out of it. And therefore you are called a father. Ambassador, the name influencer, Akothee as an influencer, might put you in trouble. Because the word Akothee alone triggers a lot of emotions. The word influencer, for those who succeeded in marriage, I am not one. I am a certified chief officer of failed marriages and relationships. I am not proud about it. That's my past. I embraced it because that's what it is. Someone or some people gave me seeds. I made them fathers. They left me as a single mother. You cannot give me a responsibility without authority. And when they stepped out of the feet, I had to put on the foot of a father and bridge the gap of the other missing partner. Therefore, I am the one and only president of single mothers. So whenever you hear the word Akothee, please tell them, just go on Google. And I want to manage your expectations. I can embarrass you and hurt you anytime, depending on how you come. So when you're going on social media to look for Akothee, make sure you have dissected your Akothee in your mind and know exactly what you want to go and learn about Akothee, or else you come back home confused. Don't copy paste. I am not a failure. I'm a very successful single mother raising children in dysfunctional families. It's not a pride, it's a situation. It's not a condition, it's a status. Even right now, you saw me with my romantic man. Hey. Sometimes it's good to laugh at your challenges because they made me who I am. I'm not going to change my journey anytime. Why am I talking about this? Ambassador, when we were leaving for the airport, I made a courtesy call to the general manager. What is his name? Remind me his name, Eyalama. The general manager at the airport. Engineer Ayub. I went there because I am the brand ambassador of Skyward. I am the #1 brand strategist in Africa. Anything I touch turns into gold. So I went to visit him. And why I have to explain this, my title of President of Single Mothers, he welcomed us, gave us VIP and stuff, and said, sir, I've seen this Uganda airline, but I did not know you had almost 36 airlines landing. When I got in Delhi, I thought it was something there. Nobody has ever invited me there. But then when we walked into the office, he took a round. We went and saw the new terminal building. I am very much aware that Uganda Airline is launching other destinations. So when we were finalizing, I gave him my book, and he was looking at me. And I said, oh, Akothee has messed up again. Akothee is messing Esther now. This guy is going to throw me out for the things he's heard about me. Anything you have heard about me is true, but with a little bit of pinch of salt, because bad news sells. So he told me, you're the brand ambassador. I've seen you. We are happy. Everybody knows Uganda now. But don't tell our girls to leave us. You see now, because some men are, how can I put it? They don't want to accept that a woman can step up. I'm just stepping up for the missing partner. No woman would like to bring up their children without the privilege of the other partner. We cry when the baby asks you, mommy, I want to talk to daddy. It hurts and it cuts. And what I tell women, if it has refused to work, do not come in between your partners, your child and the father. Let them deal with their own issues. Now, let me go to what brought me here. I was answering the general, so he does not block me at the airport. So, our main theme for the year will be job creation, inclusiveness, and sustainability. Let me also get the pride to say when I landed, Ambassador, I knew exactly why you appointed me here. I went playing golf, therefore I went to introduce the product to Professor David Mash of Ipingo. I went to Mombasa Golf Club, I spoke to the chairman, I invited them. I slept at Kidua Resort, just wave. I already, you said you have at 90 people, 100 people. I already have 10 registering. So you have 90 to go. Now that's Akothee. When you give me responsibility, I take authority. Either you give me authority, I create responsibility. But you gave me responsibility together with authority. And that's why I am brand Akothee, marketing Uganda. And that's what you see. Don't you like it? Sasa makofi yangu yangu kwa. Have I offended anyone? Please, if I've offended you when you see my name on another list next time, don't come to the conference. Yeah, job creation. When companies thrive, they generate profits. With these profits, business expands. When a kiosk upgrades into a supermarket, we have a large audience of employees. And when there is enough money flowing inside a country, it means insecurity is always following money. Therefore, we need more police. Inclusiveness. I went to Uganda, and what I want to talk about specifically is culture. Don't quote me. In Kenya, our culture has gone down. If you tell me to tell you about the Luos, I know the Luos, Nyanza, Stones, and Raila. We are there. The inclusiveness I'm talking about is once we understand and effectively brand and package our culture, sports, and arts, marginalized communities will no longer be left behind. We will include everyone, regardless of background, gender, or disability. When we talk about gender and disability, gender comes with women. Everybody asks in African culture, what can a woman do? We can weave baskets. We can do beadings. We can cook, culinary arts. The men will be left to do the things I saw them doing in Dere. The Kenyans don't like me lifting my legs. My friend, Kenyans, come with me to Uganda and see the kind of lifting of legs at the Dere Cultural Center before you judge me with the nonsense. Don't lift your legs at your age. And the way I'm sportish. Anyway. Look at the Maasai markets. My shoes were not able to take me to the parliament of the Baganda. So we had to go and buy shoes. Ambassador, do you have Maasais in Uganda? So why is Maasai market in Uganda? Look at that. Cultural exchange. So if there's a Maasai market in Uganda, what else are we waiting for? Why have we been waiting for this moment for the ambassador to come and wake us up and say, hey, we can collaborate. We are not in competition, we are in collaboration. Sustainability in tourism. Well, infrastructure is needed here so that we can reach the highest potential of where our cultures are. When we talk about sustainability, I saw there were no litters in Uganda, from the Murchison Falls until my partner dropped a bottle of water, the top. He was chased. I just asked him, who dropped that? The Murchison Falls look like Europe, because in Europe you don't litter around. There are some animals who don't eat plastics. So we also have to teach these people something called etiquette and manners, how to behave around the animals. When I went to visit the gorillas, my God, I am passionately and personally attached to those animals. It's like they were talking to me. I'm like, hey, that is what stole my heart. And as we are talking right now, is the itinerary of my children ready? Total cost is how much I have disposable income and available resources. How many people am I bringing in December? 8, and I'm paying cash in dollars. I am the #1 consumer of my products. That is why I don't endorse products that I can't sell. I've been marketing Kenya for the past 15 years, single-handedly, without being appointed. Maybe I'm practicing to become the CS, who knows? We must protect our animals from poachers and ensure that our cultural heritage is conserved. What I love about the Buganda kingdom. We are the Bugandas. This is Buganda kingdom. We found a gentleman there. I was just looking at his mouth. I got an A in history. And he made me fall in love with the Buganda culture. And I said, when I come back here, I'm going to chase all these governors. I've been on their case until each and every community is able to stand out and speak on their own. We are the Uganda kingdom. We are the Bagandas. We speak Luganda. We are in Uganda. Thai, me and culture. And Kenya, Masai. Even when we are having this biggest festival in Turkana, I do most of my philanthropy there. It's called what? Tobongolore. The Turkanas are beautiful. His Excellency, I want to take you to Uganda so you can know. So quickly, when we talk about tourism and sports, comes the golf. The golf tourism. These people have disposable income and they also have available resources. As we are speaking right now, I've already activated 10 golfers who are busy registering as we are talking. I've talked to the 3 golf courses, that is Bipingo, Nyali, and Andy, are you in here? I held the number 1 biggest golf tournament in April, a charity golf tournament, which attracted 164 golfers. All of them paid and disposed their income. I think that day, Nyali made the biggest profit at the bar. So all the golfers, I'm inviting you. In Uganda, they serve wine with a gulu. Our marketing strategies, effective marketing strategies are in place to support these goals. We are committed to creating a sustainable, inclusive, and prosperous future for our tourism industry, benefiting all community in the world. What I want to speak about the governors, number 1, our leaders. We shall use you as the icon of each and every community. Please support us. Provide proper budget for infrastructure. We promote the domestic tourists. I will call Uganda and Kenya domestic, so that we are able to attract the international artists, international tourists. So if we put aside a budget to work on our infrastructure, and we use our local government, our government official as the icon, we do a proper documentary like the one we did with Your Excellency, and show it to the world. The use of media. The only thing known about Kenya here is politics has the biggest budget on media advertisement. You are busy embarrassing us, telling the world how disorganized and how we are fighting. That's why as Kenya, we lost most of our investors to the other day I was whispering them, but our neighboring country is fighting. Today is Genesis. We are breaking our own country with our own hands when we are looking. Then we go and say, you go and look supermarkets. You come back and say, there's no employment. If you are demonstrating, just demonstrate. Don't touch people's property. They have literally employed hundreds of families. Trade fairs. If we package this Uganda-Kenya tourism as a team, Kenya has a budget, Uganda has a budget. I'll appreciate some Soviets. Then we go and visit the trade fairs, whereby we have a tent like this, marketing the packages. Marketing the packages that we have created. 5 days in Kenya, 5 days in Uganda. Again, I repeat, we are not in competition, we are in collaboration. The elephant is too big and is already in the room. Uganda is holding the trunk, Uganda is holding the tail. Now, how are we going to address this elephant in the room? How do we dissect that everybody goes home with a penny? We have to collaborate with the airlines. I invited my airline here, Skyward, and we have to reduce the cost of traveling, because when the cost of traveling reduces, pressure increases. The Gen Z says so. We have to collaborate with tour operators to bring down the price, the cost of traveling. People think you can't access Uganda because you don't have money. We shall use borders. And soon, and very soon, if you don't reduce your prices of flight, we will be doing road shows and road tours. I'm already working on a package like that. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, we wrap up here that Uganda-Kenya tourism collaboration isn't just a vision, it's a movement. We are there as our brand ambassador. We are not just selling destination. We are creating experience that is deeply with both local and international tourists. My influence, energy, and reach across borders provide us with a unique platform to showcase the richness and diversity of our regions. By leveraging on Akothee's brand, we are not only promoting tourism, but also driving a narrative of unity, culture, and adventure that speaks to the hearts of every traveler. This is more than just a campaign. It's an opportunity to redefine how the whole world see us in East Africa. When I say the Pearl of Africa meets, if you are from Kenya, you say the pride of, how many Kenyans are in house? Kenyans, tumewakanyaga kidogo, muzile mwishtaki. How many Kenyans? So you are the pride of Africa. Ugandans are the pearl of, that's going to be our motto of carrying this Uganda tourism. So the pearl of Africa meets, the pearl of Africa meets, the pride of Africa meets. Okay, let's go. The pearl of, the pearl of Africa. The pearl of Africa meets, the pride of Africa. The pride of Africa meets. We are not in competition again, we are in collaboration. The elephant is too big. Uganda is only the tail, Kenya is only the trunk. And whatever I've done since I was in Uganda, and this is why I am the #1 brand strategist. On the posting just for 1 week, I told you I control a following of 45 million insights. I've already spoken to 13 million people who are talking about brand Uganda, Kenya, tourism, and explore Uganda. I am the chief officer and the minister of enjoyment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Akothee. I've always been convinced there's a vibe around that week enjoyment. It's something that happens around the Victoria. Because for those who may not know, Kenya is home to 43 tribes now. We had an additional tribe visited a few years back. But our brothers and sisters from the Lake region have a similar energy to our brothers and sisters from Uganda. So there must be something that happens around that weekend. I am thoroughly welcoming David Marsh, representative of the Kenya. David Marsh. David? David? All right, so moving on, I will invite Dr. Sam Kwai. Dr. Sam Kwai is the Executive Officer for the Kenya Association of Hotel Keepers and Caterers. This is a section of the private sector that has really supported this particular engagement in matters of innovation. Very good at time. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes to start with the ambassador. All protocols observed. In Kiswahili tunasema itifaki zote zikizingatiwa. Hamjambo. Very happy to be ambassador for this from the Parliament. We appreciate that you have taken time to come and join us. I think that speaks the hospitality and the seriousness in which Ugandans have taken this tourism so much seriously. I also want to bring apologies to your ambassador from CEC Tourism. I hope he gave you a call. Osman, Uganda somewhere. And also I stand here and represent Mombasa Tourism Council together with the Uganda Partnership. We serve together with this particular council. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this year's conference is promotion of job creation, inclusiveness and sustainability. And this theme is very significant, particularly between these two countries, because what we realize is that there's so much potential that hasn't been exploited over time. Ambassador and all the speakers of Kenya have already talking about the justification of these farm trips and how it allows players to be able to sample and test the products that exist in these particular destinations. We have a lot more as Kenyans to be able to gain by working together and building these particular synergies. It's our hope that as players and in this particular conference, ambassador will be able to then bring in the academia so that we can also cross-pollinate and build on the knowledge that can actually be shared amongst our partners. Because I believe the future of tourism is the young people who are actually in training, and we can actually bring them through this particular platform and be able to have a very successful conference in Uganda. I just want to say two things in my 3 minutes. One is that the best way to predict our future as a destination is to create it, isn't it? And the visits, the excursions, and the engagements that we're going to have in Uganda is the best way to be able to create and perfect that particular future. But remember, creation is always messy, it is chaotic, and often looks like failure until it doesn't. And that is what Ambassador has been able to teach us. That when we start to look at it, is it going to work? Is it going to succeed? I mean, last year I was privileged to work with the Ambassador and the team to put together the first festival. And it looked as though it wasn't happening until it happened. And we can now count success. And what we are going to do is actually build on what we've been able to achieve over that period. This paper says, left in 1 minute. The other thing I wish to say, Ambassador and colleagues, is that a tourism product, is as good as the process of producing it. So we must keep our targets very high. We must keep building on these particular synergies. And the process that we're putting together should be that is going to uplift us. I have seen the structures that have been put in place. I have looked at Joanne. I have looked at the team working on this. And I'm sure today, Ambassador, if you're to take a rest, this thing is going to uplift you. You've done a legacy. And the only thing we can do as an industry, as an association, is to support you. So the message from the CEC is that MTC, the Mombasa Tourism Council, is going to send delegates to Mombasa for this particular conference. We're also coming in big time this time. Mombasa, Kenya Coast, hoteliers are going to attend big time, so we're not letting you down. Thank you very much, and see you in Uganda.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sam. You actually finished at 2.59. Well done. Next, I'll ask our distinguished. We actually have a president in-house, just in case you're wondering. And she's going to be our next speaker. So I'd like to invite Janet Chamia, the current sitting president of SCAL Kenya Coast. Janet, your record to break sounds at 2.59. Thank you very much, Dr. Ipai. KHC has been very, very supportive in this engagement, and we must really appreciate his presence here. Karibu sana, Janet. Thank you.
We still, good afternoon. We have crossed over. As you have heard, my name is Janet Chamia, SCAL International Kenya Coast President and Chairperson, Kenya Association of Women in Tourism. You may be wondering what is SCAL. SCAL is a professional organization of tourism leaders around the world, promoting tourism and a friendship. It is the only international group uniting all the branches of travel and tourism. So those people who are in the tourism, you need to become our members. His Excellency, he is my member, a very committed one. He attends meeting whenever he can. Then I said I'm also Kenya Association of Women in Tourism. This is a credible voice for women in tourism. Our mandate is to empower women in tourism. Now, let me come to the business of Uganda and Kenyan team. Now, I was one of the first people who were given an opportunity to tour Uganda when this thing started. It was an eye-opener for me. The things that we used to see on TV, I saw them, live, like the gorillas when we went for the trekking, the chimpanzees. And as many of my colleagues who came here before, this marriage or this partnership is to complement one another. Because in Kenya, we have the octopus, their soups. His Excellency, I think during the past he tested, so he can tell us, the effects of octopus. In Uganda, you have that fish, the big one, which is also very good, that cannot be found in the salt waters. And again, we have also some other unique products that are found in Kenya. Like we have the Tana River red colubas, which are not found in Uganda. We have the Taita apalis. These are some found in Uganda, but you can only find them here. We have the clerks, we have birds, which are in Kenya and not. So for me, because I would want to break the record that my colleague was here broke, I say we complement each other. And my prayer is for this marriage and the partnership to grow for a very, very long time. So thank you for coming. Those people who came from Uganda. Thank you, my Kenyan counterparts. Let's support this partnership. It will grow the both countries in tourism. Thank you and God bless you. What is my time? What is my time? Madam President. Yes. 2.50. Woo! I did it. Sorry, I have to depart our flight at 2:45. Thank you.
Next, I'll call upon Mr. Herbert Mateo, Chief Officer for Tourism in this beautiful county, called Kilifi County. I will not speak about Kilifi County because I think they are positioned to do it better, but in case you need me to speak on the previous time, thank you. The record is at 2.50.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Ambassador Paul, members of the Ugandan Parliament, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Assalamu alaikum. I come from the great county of Kilifi, and we are a key stakeholder of this Kenya-Uganda coast. I want to note Ambassador Paul for the great work he has done together with his team in promoting touristic relations between the two countries. We are here to sell Uganda, and Uganda is here to sell Kenya. This time around, we are going to be additional ambassadors for Uganda. We want to go all the way up to mountains of the moon. That's one of my favorite places in Uganda. We want to go to Masaka. We want to go to the beginning of the Nile. But I want to ask the two operators from the Kenyan coast, let's join hands and complement. Let's build this relationship because Uganda being our source market, we have a lot to gain from them and they have a lot to gain from us. Uganda's beach is the Kenyan coast. Let us give it to them and we take their mountains. Ambassador, as we launch this event, greetings from His Excellency Governor Gideon Mike of Malawi, Deputy Governor Flora Mbetsa, CEC Lara Chonga. There's a cabinet meeting that is taking place right now, but they would have been here. But I come with the blessings of Kilifi, and we are on this journey together. I'm happy to see that you have taken influencers. The lady here, the chief officer of enjoyment. I might not have a job when you come to this. But Esther is one of us. She's also working with us to promote Kilifi. And just to talk about an event we shall be having. We shall be having a Kilifi Investment International Conference, Kilifi International Investment Conference from the 4th to the 6th of November. And immediately we finish that great event, we go on board and we're the Airbus to come back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You're at 2.45. Well done. Yes, yes, yes. Next, I'd like to invite Director of Tourism, Kwale County, Paul Musila, for just a few remarks. Paul, you have the record, 2.45. Please tell them. So Paul is my boss back in Kwale County, and he will tell you about our food destination and what the Ugandan market has done for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. As indicated, my name is Paul Musila. I'm the Director in charge of Tourism Promotions, County Government of Kwale. I am representing CC Tourism for our government commission. We was held up in our current meeting. We could not make it. Your Excellency Ambassador, thank you very much. You being a brother to us. You being guiding the entire of this process, and we very much appreciate that. received greetings from the entire executive of the county government of Kwale. Now, in regard to this conference and all this farm trip, personally, I'm very impressed. I managed to visit Uganda in the Horn of Africa, and I was impressed by all what is happening in Uganda. Now, Diani, as you all know, has been voted Africa's leading beach destination, I think for 6 years in a row. And this year, the gala dinner will be held in Diani in Durban, Malaysia, and we welcome you for that event. Now, the complementary component between Uganda and Kenya is there, has been there, and the step that we require is to move it down to sustainability. How do we sustain this relationship? Okay. Yes, we are known for the beach, we have the wildlife, we have the culture. We now need to move forward and say, what are we going to do? The infrastructure, is it there? Yes. By the way, you may all be aware that now the Dogoboto has been opened, so there's no more traffic jams at the ferry. At least now it's usable. We are hoping that during the upcoming National Day, it will now be opened up for, and the boardings will be underused. Uganda, thank you very much for your diversity in my life, in birds, and in culture. I am a birder, I love that. Diani, you know we've got one of the best beaches in Africa and in the world. We also have opportunity, to swim with the dolphin and to enjoy Kwanza, to pass as somebody has mentioned. So as stakeholders, let us do one, let us look in more stakeholders, let us look in more tour operators, let us develop our facilities, let's ensure that we've got the right infrastructure. And the county government in Kwale, under the guidance of our Excellency, the Governor, and Akothee, we are working towards improving Diani as a destination. So once again, welcome to Diani, welcome to Uganda. Let us keep this relationship moving. Let us keep the two destinations at top notch. Thank you very much. Welcome to Diani.
Thank you very much, Director Paul. Our next speaker, Mr. Daniel Mbuga. Daniel Mbuga, are you here? Now, Daniel is the chairman of a very, very interesting set of tour operators based in Kenya. I like to call them the Gen Zs of the industry. Yes, the Gen Zs of the industry. The revolution, the ones who throw the box and don't even need the box to do business. However, you have 2.45 minutes. Please break that. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Honorable Ambassador Paul Kulia, Consul General Uganda, distinguished emissaries, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. God is good all the time and all the time. I think everything we need to say has been said. Let's just say the partnership between Uganda and Kenya is mind-blowing. I've visited Uganda and as a travel agent in Kenya. I work for a company called Bigfoot Adventures. We sell Kenya. I came to Uganda blindly, and the president here has spoken. Uganda is to die for. So I represent the two operators of Nairobi and of Kenya and Mombasa. When I say it's open for business, we are happy for the partnership, and we shall sell as much as we can. Having said that, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Daniel. Wow, that record has been shattered. Shattered. That is what TOSC does, by the way. TOSC stands for Tour Operating Society of Kenya. They represent a breed. I like to call them. I have very many friends in TOSC, by the way, Daniel. And I'm very proud of them because they have opened up Kenya and they've curated products that we never thought existed, away from the traditional tourism products in this country. So thank you for defining what TOSC is by shattering that record. Next, I'll invite Ms. Monica Solanki. Monica is the chairperson of the Kenya Association of Tour Operators. Hosts. Yes, karibu sana. You have 1.99 minutes.
Thank you, Ambassador Paul. All honorable MPs, all the way from Uganda, carry the coast, all protocols observed, I think I'm done. Now, I'm honored. I've been in this task with the ambassador since 2022. We have gone together for some time.
I had been attending the Pearl of Africa in 2017, the first one. I have traveled quite a lot of Uganda. I've seen a lot and I'm happy to be part of this journey. There is a lot we can do together. We were together last week at the launch. And I would urge every Kenyan who can see this, there is a special rate on the gorilla permits. East Africa is not paying that $800 or $700 you are seeing in the newspaper. I know a lot of and I talk, let's go, we take you there. They're saying, no, it's expensive, the permit alone. They're saying, no, there's special rate for East Africans, so don't miss it out. And I think even this partnership, Uganda and Kenya coast will go very far. Even we can take the Ugandans on a Kenyan safari the way we have been taken. I've been in Kenepo, I've been in Murchison, I've been at the Bwini, it is Port Elizabeth. I've done quite a number of it. And now I challenge the Ugandans can come and book with us. Even we have East Africa special rates, Karibu Kenya. And all the best for our next journey to September. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Monica. And Dorcas was just giving me an interesting insight. Is that an offer for us? Is it an offer or is a standing charge? Yes, please tell them so that they don't think I negotiated a deal for them. Okay.
Just to inform you that we have a rate for East African community residents, which is $80. So come on and let's scrap gorillas. It is not 800. 800 is for foreign non-residents outside the East African community. Thank you.
Thank you, Dorcas. Previously, and I must say this was also something that I thought when I was coming to. And I know how they say gorilla trekking is so expensive. Because I think in Rwanda we pay through our noses 2,500, 1,500. So you'd find that for people like me who are victims, we just thought Uganda is about nightlife. Because we thought going to see the gorillas was way above, which is a pleasant surprise. So next I'll invite Mr. Patrick Kamanga. Patrick is chairman of the Kenya Association of Travel Agents here in the coast. And Patrick, as you welcome us.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. Good afternoon. Your Excellency, no protocol observed. I'd like to answer Dorcas on the pilgrim. We sent a lot of people in June. So that was really great from here in Mombasa. Nairobi, I think they passed the ceiling. Because from Mombasa, my group was 100, but Nairobi, they were around 300. And they had to use even buses. Yes, and somebody talked about the octopus. They were not telling you the truth. Our MPs have the octopus today and then cross to Twapa. You will tell us. Ask the ambassador, he'll connect you. So today we are here as Kenya Association of Travel Agents, and we have taken the Kenya and Uganda collaboration to national level. And we flew in quite a bit of our members in from Nairobi, and we have the Mombasa one. So I'll ask all the members and board directors to kindly stand up very quickly. Very quickly, we don't have time, including you. We have Mr. Bafaki there, who is one of our top agents in Mombasa. We have our board director, Mrs. Grace Dumu. She's coming. Her seat is in Nairobi, actually. Karibu Sana. We had Sheikh Tahir, but he's left, I believe. And we also have Mr. Kasim, I think he's left. And now I want to introduce you to this gentleman, Mr. Keyun. This is a Ugandan travel agent based in Mombasa. They are selling both ways. They saw the light and decided this is really smart. Thank you very much. I would like to introduce you to our CEO, because we have taken this to national level, and what is Nick Sabula to come here and address you and to give a commitment to the Ugandan embassy what Qatar, who are the outbound sellers, are doing for Uganda. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Patrick. I will write on the protocols that have already been set. Your Excellency, Paul Mukulia, really grateful for the opportunity to come and witness this. And great and privileged honor to stand before you on behalf of the Kenya Association of Travel Agents, again to confirm and reiterate our commitment to this partnership. Last week we had our representatives in Kampala to witness the signing in ceremony. And indeed, if there's anything that is our commitment, that this partnership means a lot to us as the association. At the beginning of this partnership between ourselves and the consulate about 2 years ago, we have seen the association slowly coming to support. As Patrick correctly mentions, we majorly deal with outbound travel, so we take Kenyans out here into destinations out there, and therefore I want to assure you that this year, again, we will be very, very much involved in the farm trip and the conference. I'll bring you almost more than 100 Kata members to just come and experience Uganda as well as participate in the conference. Ambassador, I know you're a big ambassador, for intra-Africa travel, and you speak a lot about that. And for me, it's to reiterate really the tourism cooperation between Kenya and Uganda is one that is to be emulated and replicated across the continent. Africa being a long-haul destination, we have no business to engage in what I call bloody competition, that leads and makes us cannibalize each other. Rather, we are calling for healthy collaborations, just like we have between our two countries, that leverages on each of our countries' unique selling points, because Africa is an endowed continent with very, very unique natural attractions that God has given us. And I think we talked about, adventure tourism that is quite big in Ginger, being part of that. And I can tell any Kenyan that if you've not been to Ginger to enjoy the night, please make that as your first, point of contact in Uganda. You will not regret it. We also know that Ugandans are big spenders. So they come here, weddings and all this. So that mutually really just build, a case for us to collaborate more. In conclusion, I want to most sincerely thank you, Ambassador Mukumbia, for being a great champion of this initiative and for paving the way for what I believe is going to be a great catalyst for increasing intra-Africa travel. I want to commit on behalf of the association, the board, my chair, the Professor Pitu, and the entire membership, that we are fully behind this initiative and shall wholeheartedly support this partnership to ensure that we are not only bringing our people together, but also we are creating and increasing business opportunities between our people. Thank you very much. May God bless Kenya. God bless Uganda.
Thank you very much. That record has gone back to where it was. All right, precious guest. Now, allow me to introduce Mrs. Yogi Bidiko. Yogi is the president of the Uganda Tourism Association. I must say my first interaction with this association through this particular platform was very insightful, and it opened up our eyes in what Uganda is and what we do now. Ms. Yogi, karibu sana.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Korea, Ambassador Abonero, honorable members of parliament, good afternoon. Please allow me to follow the protocol which I already observed. My name, as mentioned, is Yogi Bidiko. I'm the current president of Uganda Tourism Association. My area is aviation and hospitality. I've been in this sector for the last 20 plus years. I'm also a board member of Uganda Hotel Owners Association. I'm also a board member of Uganda Women in Tourism and past board member of the Uganda Tourism Board. So I've been in the sector for quite a while, and I think I breathe and speak
tourism aviation. UTA, Uganda Tourism Association, is an apex body which comprises of 11 associations of tourism in Uganda. These 11 associations each have chairpersons and board members. So when we sit, we have a very, very big role, myself and the board, to play. UTA has been supporting this conference by mobilizing the private sector in the conflicts and attending the two previous conferences in the Kenya coast. I would like to recognize my predecessor, who played a very crucial role, Mr. Herbert Biaramanga in absentia, for the role he played in supporting the consulate in Mombasa. We as UTA, together with the consulate, are looking forward to hosting the tourism industry fairs from the Kenya coast in Uganda. Please allow me to thank His Excellency Ambassador for Nigeria for his vision, dedication to strengthen the tourism industry between Kenya and Uganda. He has set the trend, and whoever comes after you has to work much more harder. So, Your Excellency, I would like to thank you. This has never been, our embassies worldwide. I haven't seen anything outside. So, I'd like to thank you and your team. I would also like to recognize my colleague, Mr. Akothee, who is a private sector player in Uganda, who spoke earlier on, who has facilitated all these conferences and functions. Last but not least, I would like to thank the coastal tourism players for organizing the previous two editions of the conference and conference. As Uganda Tourism Association, we remain committed in strengthening the partnership between Uganda and Kenya coast tourism players. We should also work together hand in hand to revise the East Africa tourism platform and make it vibrant. That is much needed, and we really have to strengthen and see how we can work towards that. We are looking forward to give you the unique Uganda hospitality come November. The fish is waiting. Those of you are due to my results. So we'd love to host you again. And this time you have to promise you are going to finish what the service. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Lily. You are at 2:30 minutes. Well done, well done. All protocols observed. I would now like to invite Ambassador Richard Manuel. Karibu sana. I hope my colleagues here in Mombasa have taught you a bit of Swahili.
They have, thank you very much.
Can I interrogate or later? Yes, yes. Those are the right ones.
National economy, distinguished members of parliament, honorable, sure. Let me stop there and work on the project. I just want to be as brief as possible. On behalf of the Permanent Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Mrs. Waiswa Ajiri, I'd like to commend you, Your Excellency, for the work that you have done. In Mombasa is the number one indicator of our economic and commercial diplomacy. 2 months ago, we called our missions in the region, we invited them, we gave them matching orders. But Mombasa, we didn't need to because Ambassador Mkubia had already started. So we want to thank you very, very much for all this you have done for more tourism. The second one, I'm delighted to Parliament. We at Foreign Affairs, for the first time, Parliament appropriated funds for ECD for 10 Uganda missions abroad and 2 consulates, and Mombasa is one of them. So I want to, on behalf of the ministry, thank you very much. Our missions don't have a domestic constituency. They have the greatest support in Parliament. So we want to really thank you. But I want you to know, imagine what Ambassador Mkubia has done
without funds. And now, what he's going to do with the limited funds, he gave the 10 missions and 2 concepts. I will ask, please extend funding to all our missions abroad, so that our 36 missions can do the same. Ambassador Mbuja, hongera sana. Finally, I want you to have this figure in mind because you are captains of industry. Average cost of travel in this region is $800. Last week I bought a ticket for my daughter who is in Washington to come for Christmas and go back on Emirates, $1,100 compared to $800. Why? The cost, and I'm glad you talked about it, Madam, the cost of travel in this region. It's not the airlines, it's you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that can put pressure on government. It's taxes. It's taxes and aviation. The second one, let's liberalize our skies. I traveled on Kenya Airways last night from Entebbe to Nairobi. I traveled on Uganda Airways, Nairobi, and then had to wait for Kenya Airways at 1:30 to come to Mombasa. But I could have stayed on the same carrier, Uganda Airways, come to Mombasa. But they are not allowed to pick passengers from Nairobi to Mombasa, you know. Likewise, all the airlines in the region are not allowed the fifth freedom. So why don't we liberalize our safe skies? Make it a domestic market and
You pass through Tungamo as we are proceeding to the most beautiful tourist sites.
So we have
I'll do Lingala, I'll do any other type of vibe. Let me put it for you. Umekumbuka kule? Ameamka sasa hivi. Watu wa Mombasa mambo haya. Itafanyika, tutapata pale ambapo tumepata tapost. Bora tufike, tulifika. Mike ile. So I did Kado as well now with Word Phoebe, and he likes it. He's endorsed it. Word Phoebe has stamped on it. So, and I also love doing it. It's an amazing jam coming out on September. And that one is also another Luo vibe. But now after that, now I have a different type of genre. So I'm a guy who I experiment. I'm a versatile artist, and I don't want to be limited. And as an artist, I will create any form of entertainment. I'll do comedy, I'll do stand-up, I'll do interviews, I'll do acting, I'll do whatever, I'll do dancing, I'll do music. Exactly. Kwani ndio Facebook mawe mtungi wa gas yule ile harusi ulikuwa unashinda ukwenda wasana wote wewe gari mayuma haijaisha simtulie bwana bado episode zingine 3
sasa Obi ambia Prince Inda kitu moja yenye unapenda kumhusu alafu Prince Inda atasema kitu moja ninapenda kukuhusu tumalize
naweza sema 10 tuanze kuhesabu 1 you are a genius thank you yes he's the doyen yeah that's what's up. Secondly, he's a very kind guy. I vibe with kind people, bro. Anybody you see around me, if they're not kind, I don't hang out with them. I just in the industry, I'm always like, who you? Now, kusoma na avoid. I would hang out with him anytime. He's kind. He's genuine. He's a guy who will give you 100%. He's not a pretender. I've seen people here who smile with you. Oh, then go and say, oh, that's not his vibe. Yeah. Then he's also very. Hii ni ya ku I'm looking for Kiswahili word ya kusema I don't want to use philanthropic because you're for the others but kutoa kitu kama advice maoni anakwambia hey bro hapa mawaida exactly is not selfish okay ni msema anakwambia hey bro hapa sinaona tufanye hivi naona tufanye hivi and then another thing that I've also noticed from him he inquires a lot. You see where he is, we look at him as a god. He does, as an artist, well, yo, Prince. But this guy, bro, sells out stadiums and arenas. But we still sit and tell me, hey, bro, ile kitu na imagine, tufanye aje. And I'm like, President is asking me this. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Yeah. Ana zile za, mimi nimejua. He's not boastful, you see. But our personalities with him are different because I speak a lot. I'm more animated. Him is more calm. But above that, he's a present father. That one I like about him because always you talk about our kids, and I know he takes care of his business, and I'm very proud of that. He's entrepreneurial. Mtu wa biashara. Si ukachini, mimi napenda watu nakaa chini naongea mambo ya biashara. Niambie bro, tutengenezaje pesa, nataka tufanye hivi. Si ati tupige tu show, tufanye tu muziki tungoje. Tunapanga na niambia napanga kufanya hivi. I'm doing this is a business I'm doing here. Unaweza fanya hivi ni nini. And then he also puts other people on. He's a guy who can mention your name in a room if you're not there. You see, so there's so much I would say about him. Apart from being patient, he's also very patient with me. Me, I'm a handful. He's very patient even with just people the way he is. And then also, yeah, he dresses nice and he smells nice. Yeah. No, but you will. But I also tell him that one. Yeah.
So, Obinna is my kid. I look at him so much. He advises advises me venye amesema mimi tunaweza call Obinna wapi? Come to discuss. What I like most about Obinna is unlike me. Obinna is so expressive. Yeah. Maybe I'm not that expressive and I wish I could be. There are some things hata nikiona kitu mbaya I just hajafanya poa, lakini Obinna will tell me there and I wish I could be like him. I could get that mambo ya mtu wewe sipendi mambo yako. So I really like that about him and Obinna is very genuine. Yeah, kama hakupendi anakuambia wewe mimi sioni tukaa pamoja. Yeah. So and he likes supporting people. Anapenda sana kusupport watu. Yeah.
So I think
also he's very disciplined. Yes, and me being disciplined, when I see another disciplined person, I'm like, yeah, I like people who put business first, not other nonsense. Bro, maze unajua kuna kazi lakini unasikia aje bro? You wanna go back to the village? No, let's focus. The enemy is poverty.
But he gets a lot of shows every.
Princina anapumzika once a week. I don't know how he manages. Kuna kitu nimekutana naye apart from today na kuna sauti normal.
Imagine.
Leo ndio kuna watu zile bro. Bana nyoro bwana. Sasa niko na chomo kali.
Thank you so much guys for this interview and I love you so much. Wish you guys all the best.
Unamalizaje interview katikati bwana? Na ndio imeanza. Meisha na maswali. Meisha na maswali.
Haya, Obinna. Kwako, you know that.
Tumalize na Inda kwanza alafu tuendelee.
Mimi ushamaliza na mimi.
Haya. Iko sawa. Bado unajua ni mdogo wangu
urongo.
Wallahi billahi.
Mimi ushamaliza.
Nikiingia hivi anasoma kwenye kiti. Mdogo wangu huyu.
Kwenye industry ndo amepata kuna
no miaka mdogo wangu huyu jamaa 27.
Hapana.
Haya 28.
No. I just turned 30.
Imagine
last week.
I'm 34 bro. Yeah. Yeah.
And you turn 30.
Last week tukiwa Uganda.
I posted but I never knew his ears.
I'm telling you, mdogo wangu huyo.
Okwane no gada shere mora Inda.
So I celebrate my birthdays in a different way.
Mimi yangu mbwembe yake mele bwana, gari mpya kila birthday yangu, gari mpya napandisha tu polepole. Hata sasa nishaanza kusave sasa kwa the gari next for my next birthday. Nishaanza kulipia malipo ya uzee. Nikifika hivi next happy birthday to me. Una mambo yake ni hata ilikuwa birthday yake tulikuwa pamoja, anatujua I'm like hey bro it's your birthday. Oh okay, alafu anaume happy birthday bro. Strong.
Interview yesisha kama wajonge kidogo.
Haya wawachango. Wale wawachango.
Unaona mabalozi wote mmoja ni. Akothee mjali.
No,
it's not Kabila, it's about the work that you do.
Let me clear the air.
Yes, demystify.
It was just a coincidence. And for your information.
It's a black affair.
No. For your information.
Yeah.
We are the people running the show.
Yes, that's so.
Yeah. We have to get it very clear. We run the show.
Yeah.
When you work hard for it, you get it.
It's not about no. We run the show. That's all.
Surprise, mother.
Mimi sisi maliza interview kama watu wajiongea Kijaluo kidogo.
Haya basi tuseme nini?
Hata ni mondunyisa.
Wanyisi yango.
Obinna kauni dwa ni nyisi wa diere. Wangeni bedi tiere.
Wache.
Lakini ado ni mondunyisa wa kauna diere. You are kind of a woman.
My kind of woman ngeo anaroga gima obvious. No ngeo ya wasika. I don't give me obvious. I like matter, something that has weight and occupies space. Ado wanga maka donje bedroom tendie kono ani abebo. Tiwi the bedroom kadoke kitchen doni baby donga we bedroom. Yani kodde kama tinoka koni lowe. Yeah, okni ko lato lal ko biro tikia ko biro ko sokodo. Kadwa gima nyalo nen. Gima ka chunga makatere bank timi alone. Iko nani bwana. Ma ibro chulo bwana. Kawaka bwana. Obi gara di brain collateral. Collateral is here. Anyalo pido mama ni. Uda anero ngama igine de. Gima nyalo gwaro. Koro ko acham choke an guok. Oh, kajango. Dongatie. Iko ni nyathio are nyoka men yak nango. Ino yak nyoka koso yak nyathino yak nyoka koso yak sukache. Ya welo koko donjo, Obinna koko donjo, jokisumo koko donjo, to jokisumo ng'eny udhi maka. Ada donjo nu kanyo, ajawa kanyo. Inda gaida pole pole, Woodfield gaida, Musa gaida, Elisha tutogini gaida pole pole, wakelo kono pole pole. Adonja jawa mdogo tu. Let's have a good vibe. You know me, the music I do is good vibe. Let's have good vibe. Wang'eny udhi maka. So together we can make this beautiful. So wawe uru yuar walk manono, mokonywa kaka oganda maluo Nyanza. Kineno ka wadu nigi moro. To konye mondo o make it better. To kan no kidwaro konyo ta konyo. Ok ni kineno ka ng'amoro kao tiseringone ka jajuok. Isechako yaje TikTok. The cake is too big. The ocean is too big. Everybody can sail their own boat. Yeah.
What's it here? Then I'll be really Obinna in the day.
Kenya join meeting like even for 5 minutes. So, and then there's a number of people that they all and David from Red Africa.
But you know, I don't take numbers. I don't know. Ungemwambia tu please text. Unasemanga tu please text. Usiwahi nini? Usiwahi shika namba yenyewe.
So much.
And if you're